I'm not quite sure exactly what I was expecting when I decided to book a small villa tucked away in the rice fields far off the beaten path here in Bali. But it didn't take me long to learn that these fields are alive, even when they look perfectly still from above. At night, the geckos and every other critter you can imagine spring to life, and these critters have been exceptional roommates, keeping the horrible insects at bay. Aside from Mr. Mantis, who lives in the rafters, but he too does his part to keep the bugs away. My villa is wrapped in banana trees, and on the right morning, I might even catch a tree snake stretched across a branch, soaking up first light. The farmers here beat the snakes to the field, and even the sun itself already moving with purpose before the first light reaches the rice. And they keep going through the rising heat, the heavy humidity, and the afternoon storms that roll in without warning and hammer the paddies. It's a kind of work ethic that seems to have been forgotten across much of the world today. I've spent the last 4 weeks here editing my fingers numb, trying to build momentum so I can finally break free from the Arctic madness waiting back home. I've watched 30 sunrises over these fields, 30 days disappearing into temples untouched by tourism and unseen by the endless scroll of Instagram. Out here, it feels like I've been given pieces of Bali no one else notices, but then I look up and 30 days are gone. And as I frame another sunrise, I'm hit with the question that always shows up too late. Where did all that time go? Time doesn't speed up as we get older. We simply stop noticing it go by. This was something my grandfather told me in one of our last conversations before he turned the final page of his story. As I practice my morning ritual of sweeping leaves around the pool, I realize that time only runs away from the people who stop chasing new experiences. That's why today I am leaving these rice fields and headed out to find an adventure that I haven't experienced before. And there's only a couple of things standing in my way. One of them is the horrible Bali traffic that I've been dealing with these last few days. And the other one is a furry wall of little puppies that I run into just around this corner, just about every day. Those furry little guys are probably the best way to wake up your day here in Bali, even with all that delicious coffee they have. So I've got about 5 kilometers to my destination and a couple of different ways that I can go about getting there. The first is facing the crazy Bali traffic, and I'm not feeling super lucky today. I don't really want to get hit by a car, a scooter, or a bus. And the other way is by calling a very affordable taxi. And the 5 kilometer tour is going to cost me roughly $4. So that's what it's going to be today.
$100,000, please.
100,000.
Yes, please.
There you go. Thank you. What do they got in there, King Kong? What a better way to slow down time than to spend a little bit of time at a monkey sanctuary. Specifically this one here, the sacred monkey forest in Ubud, Bali. One of my absolute favorite things to do when I find myself in a highly dense populated monkey area is to switch my camera to slow motion. Time moves fast, a little too fast. Somewhere between the flight's edits and deadlines, the days started stacking instead of stretching. 30 days in Bali, and I almost missed the very reason why I travel in the first place. Monkeys are always at the top of my list. Every country, every trip, but this time I was wrapped up in work, chasing progress instead of moments. So yeah, I owe these furry little buggers an apology for being late. Monkeys get it. They don't rush, they watch and they wait, and they monkey around. So I think I slowed the footage down, not for them, but for me, to freeze something that was slipping by. And standing here face to face, I realize something. That restless look in the monkey's face, it feels familiar. Maybe I came here to remember that under the deadlines, I am still just a monkey with a camera. I decided to save the $4 or $5 or whatever on the taxi on the way back. So I'm just walking
the rice fields here. It's taken about an hour and a half so far, and I probably got another 20 minutes or so before I get home. So here I am with only a handful of days left walking these familiar rice fields. My skin is soaking in what's left of the morning sun, and my feet are soaking up what's left of the morning dew. This has been just a phenomenal experience for me coming here to Bali. I'm the Jaunting Ape. I hope you enjoyed this video, and keep on jaunting. The world is yours, my friends.